Newsologist. One world, many views. Yes, some of them. Glencore, coal business, how to drive it to record profits. Whoa, ding, 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 ding. Coal. Yeah. The world consumption of coal is going up, not down. Countries like Australia are ripping it out of the ground, and places like China. China has difficulty supplying enough coal, even though some of its mines in Western China are some of the biggest in the world in the prolific. Glencore has stuck with even as rivals retreat, accounted for almost half of the record profits, around about $18,000 million. Profits up 119% from a year earlier. Glencore is handing out a special dividend of $1,450 million, and it's going to take part in a $3,000 million share buyback. So basically what they're going to do is they're going to buy their own shares, basically take them off the market, which means there's less shares, and as long as the value assets of the company remain the same, then you would expect the share price to elevate under those circumstances. So it's good news for anybody that has Glencore. Profits will heighten focus on its coal division, generated earnings of $8,900 million. Glencore was up 3%, so 22% for the year. But here, presto, in the UK, shut all their mines down. We've got to go green. Oh my goodness. Unlike many of its rivals that have cut their coal mining activities amid criticism of the carbon emissions, Glencore remains one of the biggest producers. It's headquartered in Switzerland, and it argues that coal will be needed during the energy transition, which will take somewhere in the region of maybe 100, 200, could even possibly 500 years. Many parts of the world. And it's better for the company to run down production over the next 50, 30 years than to divest. We're not a coal company, we just make half our money from it. We are a decarbonising transition company. I wonder if he said that with a straight face. Basically what he's saying is, we're making money out of coal. We're going to keep making money out of coal as long as people want to keep buying it. We are going to keep mining it as long as people want to buy it, or until the governments make it unprofitable, untenable, unlawful to dig it out. So he's got to stand there, and he's got to front it up. So he's rearranging the words, saying we're not a coal company, we're a decarbonising transition company. Well, you can say that about everything as long as the time frame that you use is so long that it's meaningless. 30 years. When you get to 30 years, well, just make it 40 years. You get to 40, make it 50. Who knows? Who cares? He pointed to future-facing metals mined by Glencore. Copper, I'm not too sure how that's future-facing, but copper normally, electricity, cobalt, nickel and zinc required for the batteries, transmission networks and other infrastructure needed to build a lower carbon energy system. As the world transitioned, reliable baseload energy is required for the world. You'll hear this baseload all of the time. Basically what they're saying is baseload, wind and solar cannot provide baseload because it gets dark at night and your solar panels, they'll not work. And sometimes the wind, it don't blow. And what are you going to do? So you either need to have some nukes, some coal-fired, or you need to have some batteries to be able to switch over to, or hydro. Depends, but there's a limit to the hydro in the UK. The problem with the coal-fired things is that it takes time to ramp them up to, required for the world. We provide that through both our coal business and our energy trading business. The financial officer said the coal division it only generated $900 million in the first half of last year. They didn't expect high prices will continue in the future. But if they do, whoopee! Time to put the kettle on.